Hello, welcome. Is this all working out here? One sec. I just realized I didn't get my web browser stuff set up. So let me just do that right now. 1 second, guys. I forgot to get my web browser in case we have to look at the definition of veganism. We'll get that happening. All right, 1 second here. Oops, scroll too far. It's a sloppy start for me today. There we go. All right, there's my lovespirals.com. Anyway, hello guys, welcome. Thanks. This is right of Happy, Healthy, Vegan. It's Friday. It's the time we get together and discuss any and all things vegan. So if you're one of our regulars like Metalhead and Uncle and AJ and Peter and Blood Rose and Carmichael, welcome. Thanks for being here. Hope you guys all had a fun, decent time on Christmas. We just chilled here basically. It was raining pretty much all yesterday, so we just sat here and worked on one of the 3 new songs we have in production right now. It's pretty quiet since it's raining and it's a holiday, so there's none of the usual noises like guys gardening or working with power tools, that kind of stuff that makes the neighborhood quite loud. So we took advantage of that yesterday and recorded some vocals. And we did it in between rain too, because when it rains, it pounds the roof. So anyway, we stayed here and Angie made us a nice mashed potato and Impossible chicken patties with gravy. It was a very festive holiday meal. So we had a nice time staying home together, just being chill. So I had a good time. So what's that going on, AJ? You're getting 8 inches of snow? That sounds pretty gnarly. 8 inches. Wow. I can't imagine what it'd be like if 8 inches of snow fell here. It'd probably be horrible, right? I mean, it would just break society if 8 inches of snow fell here in a place where it literally just pretty much it never snows. It probably snowed maybe 100 years ago or something like that. Hey, Metalhead, member for 43 months, probably the whole time there. You didn't do anything for the holidays this year? Yeah, we didn't really do anything for the holidays other than, she kind of made us, Angie made us a sort of, like I said, a festive-y kind of holiday sort of meal. And, we did watch a couple holiday-related shows. On Christmas Eve, we started, and last night we finished, rewatching Chevy Chase, Vacation, Christmas Vacation, whatever that's called. So we watched that. And we watched we watched an episode of did we watch an episode of the OC? Remember that show from the 2000s? I was totally into that show when it was on. We watched the Christmaka, the season 4 Christmas episode. So we did a few little nods to the holidays, but we didn't really do all that much of anything. And we got ourselves a few little tiny gifts. Santa brought me my first, in a long time, my first wireless shaver. Before I've been using these horrible blades that just die. They just run out. They're expensive to replace. So I just said, screw it. Technology has improved. I have an electric shaver. I hate plugging it in. The cord's all crazy. It gets tangled up in my bathroom. So I got this little one on Amazon, a little tiny thing. It charges up forever, it seems. Shaves me great. So that was my big happy. I'm really happy about that gift. So anyway, hey Giovanni, you had vegan burrito for Christmas dinner, and you made vegan eggnog. Awesome. Sounds delish. Let's see. What's that, hippie Pisces? You're going back to plant-based soon. Can you guys release the books in book forms? Yeah, we totally do. We have the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook is still in book form. The first one, Keep It Carb Baby, not as good of a book, I don't think. Too many drinks in there, like smoothies and things like that. But Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook, we still have copies of. In fact, we need to get rid of them all. So that we put it on sale a few years ago for Black Friday, and we just left the price at that Black Friday price forever. We're just leaving it there. So if you want to go to our site, happyhealthyvegan.org, we got them there for you. In fact, let me just go there really quickly since I just set up my my web browser. Let's see. Let's go to Happy Healthy Vegan. Here we go. You can get the ebook or the print book that I was just holding there. So let me put a link to our store in the chat. Our books. There you go. So grab yourself one at our kind of new permanent Black Friday price, holiday price, and Veganuary is coming up too. And yeah, we eat stuff from this book all the time. I'm not joking, like all the time. Like tonight, we're gonna have the Tuscan kale peel-off, the first recipe in the book here on page 1 or 2, whatever. We kind of already put it together in the Instapot, so it's just a matter of having Angie hit start on it a little bit before the live stream's over. So yeah, check it out. And if you want to, Hippie Pisces, we'll sign it for you. Just when you check out, there's a little area to like leave us a message. Just say yes, autograph or sign, or just say, hey, I like watching your show, and then we'll know that you follow us, and we'll sign it for you. So we'll be happy. We do it. We get these printed up locally at the vegan printers nearby. We it's all house done. We fulfill it ourselves. I'll take it to the post office. And that way it's great because we can sign it for you, as opposed to if we had some third-party fulfillment thing. Keep It Carved is only ebook. Yeah, it's only ebook, and we sold out of those years ago. And it's just really expensive. So it's a huge cash outlay to print up a new batch. So we just left it at ebook. So anyway, yeah, there's a place out here called the Vegan Printer, something like that. I forget which of the two it is. And they pressed up both of our books. Hippie Pisces, the ebook is on Amazon. The print books are only through us. It's just too not favorable to sell, at least for us, to sell things through Amazon. And if you're moving a lot of volume, I guess it's cool, but for us, it would probably end up being in the reds, losing money that way. So anyway, and our signature is vegan too, Uncle. The book made by the vegan printers, vegan materials, and you're supporting a vegan print shop, vegan outreach people like us. So awesome. All right, cool. We got more people in here. I see Partel and Heidi. Good to see you guys. Hope you guys all had a nice Christmas. And Travis. What's up, Heidi? Oh, wow, you've been hearing about the amount you'll get. Oh, snow. I was almost going to be in New York City tonight and tomorrow, and I'm glad I opted out. And I noticed late models not here. Yeah, we got a couple gifts. Shoot, we got late models sent us a card, and there was something else I got in the box too. Gosh, it wasn't you, Heidi, right? You didn't send us something, did you? I thought we got another gift in the box. Oh man, I'm totally losing my I can't remember right now. Anyway, let us know if it was you. I can't remember right now. I'm sorry if it was. I'm having a mind blank right now. Cool, Hippie Pisces have been friends with us for years. Awesome, cool. Like friends in real life or friends here on the website? I mean, I consider you guys my real friends. I just wonder if we've met you in person or anything like that, because we have met a lot of people throughout the years at vegan events, vegan veg fest, and all that stuff. Yeah, I like the non-ebooks too, Hippie Pisces, because check this out. We thought ahead. We thought how people would be using it. If you want to leave the book open on a page, and a regular book, it'll shut down. But see how we have this metal spine thing here, so you leave the book open on the counter and it just stays on the page. It doesn't turn. So it's perfect for slapping it open on in your kitchen somewhere and reading from it. So yeah, get a copy. We'll sign it for you. Get copies for friends. It could be a late Christmas gift. It could be a Veganuary gift. So anyway, okay, Heidi, you did send us something to the box. Wait, I'm having a total mind blank right now. I'm getting a bunch of things, like we got a bunch of cards we just opened up in a few days, and I'm getting things mixed up. So, oh man, let me ask Angie really quickly. Oh man, 1 second. Where is she? All right, let me see what Angie can remind me here. I feel so bad that my memory is all like jumbled up right now. Yeah, we opened up. We got a card from Uncle. Uncle is cool. He always sends us some like spice tea or something like that, Uncle. So thank you. Okay, friends on Facebook and other platforms. Awesome, awesome. Oh, it's right here. Angie put it from, yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Angie. All right, got it. Right here. And, I'll keep your address hidden, but this is what Heidi sent us in the box. Okay, I knew we didn't open it yet because we went to the box on Monday. It's been raining all week, guys. Rained Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Rained this morning. Rained a couple hours ago. So we did a lot on Monday. I got a lot of stuff mixed up. We shopped, spent like $150 on food to stock up. But yes, Heidi's gift to us is right here. So I'm hiding your address, Heidi. Don't want people to stalk you or anything. So here it is, all the way from Massachusetts, right? Yeah, I saw this at the box. I saw the H and your last name. I won't read it. And I saw a certain town in Massachusetts. I go, that's probably Heidi, So awesome. So let's check it out here. It feels like it could be a shirt or something. Let's see. All right. I didn't even see it. It was just sitting right here in the studio, and I'm such a space cadet. I didn't even see where Angie had set it at. It's on one of the speakers, so I can see why I didn't look at it. I have some, pretty decent size studio monitors here. So anyway, let's see what Heidi sent us. Heidi, all right, guys, let's check it out. Let's see. Looks like some shirts. Oh my God. First of all, I see a keychain that fell out here. Let me check out this cool keychain here. It's like a little bunny rabbit. Let's see. We are not experiments. Let's see if I can get that and have it not be too blurry. You can kind of see it's like a bunny rabbit, or bunny rabbits, I should say. A big one and a rabbit and a rodent, and with a pink halo around them. So I can't really get it in focus there. But that's the first thing here. A cute little keychain here. We are not experiments. Great sentiment there. And I see a couple shirts here. Totally awesome. All right, let me oh, this looks nice and comfy. I need some big shirts here. This is awesome. Thanks. I'll look. Okay, the first one, say no to pot. And at first you might think it's an anti-weed shirt, but it's like a double entendre here. Say no to pot, and there's a crab crawling out of a crab pot. So this is totally awesome. You've hit two things I really like a lot, Heidi. I'm a pro marijuana legalization. I wouldn't call me an advocate. I don't do podcasts about it or anything, but I'm me. So to have a play on pot like that, and to say no, don't put crabs through this horrifically barbaric, cruel process of killing them needlessly. So thank you so much. And I see there's another shirt too. Let's check this out. Oh, you guys are so cool. Oh, this looks like a nice comfy shirt too. I need some big shirts too. So you knew exactly what I needed here. Okay, another one here. Oh, this is cool too. More direct here. Animals are not barcodes. Animals are not products. They are not property. They are not things in the sense of like paper towels, bricks and stuff like that. They are sentient beings. They are agents. They make decisions. They have emotions and feelings. And we shouldn't put barcodes on their bodies, on their products. So thank you so much, Heidi. Yeah, these look really comfy. What size are these? Like large. Hopefully they won't shrink too much. They look really spacious because, yeah, I like big, wide, comfy shirts. So thank you so much. So awesome. So awesome of you, Heidi. Thank you so much. Say no to pot. Animals are not barcodes. Where'd you find these at? Let's see. Oh, okay. It's just I was seeing if it was branded by like a t-shirt maker. No, they're just using like t-shirt blanks like we use in our t-shirts. Or at least like we're using like, different brands and stuff. So thank you so much, Heidi. Thank you. This is totally awesome. Yeah, super cool shirts. I'll wear one next time I make a video. Heck, if I had opened your package here before, I would have worn them tonight. But I remember when we got it on Monday, I told Andrew, yeah, let's put that on this. Oh, here's a note to us. So first of all, we have a card here. Bunzilla. Hi, Angie and Ryan. I saw these shirts at VegFest Boston. Awesome. And thought of you. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoy, and happy holidays to you. Love hanging out with you. Thanks for being there. Love, Heidi. Well, thank you so much, Heidi. Thank you. Very much appreciate the shirts, and yeah, I will definitely be wearing. I need new shirts. All my old vegan shirts are too small or damaged and destroyed, so I need more. I just need new shirts in general. I guess you guys know what that's like, right? So thank you so much. You hit the nail on the head for what I need this year, Heidi. Thank you so much. Thanks for appreciating us and being here with us all these years, and I appreciate the gift. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome, totally. And there's Angie at Love Spiral's official account here. Thanks, Angie, for putting aside. I remember we said, yeah, let's open it on the stream. I said that on Monday. Then I just got wrapped up on things after that. I forgot where we left off on that. I've been working on music, Christmas. I forgot that Angie had said it in here. And I've probably been seeing it all week as I've been working on songs. I just didn't make the connection. I'm such a space cadet, airhead, and I made a new idiom there, an air cadet. Anyway, thank you. Wonder if Ryan will wear "Say No to Pot" to Disneyland. I think they'll let me in with that. I don't know if they will. I'm not sure if that would be considered like something like contraband or something or not. I'll say no. This is not. What are you thinking? Get your minds out of the gutter, Disneyland. This is an animal rights photo here. I wear my vegan shirts all the time there. They don't seem to care, but this one will be a little more direct and confrontational. So we'll see. Yeah, as Angie puts it there, very cool. You supported a vegan to buy gifts for another vegan. I know, that's cool. Keeping the money in vegan hands, supporting vegan economics and vegan livelihoods in general. So thank you so much. Hey, Peter, you might go see the movie When Harry Met Sally on New Year's Eve while it's playing right now. That's funny. We just, after we finished Christmas Vacation last night, we learned, I didn't realize that John Hughes, the famous 80s director, he did all those like Breakfast Club and stuff movies, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's like, wow, I don't think Angie and I ever sat down and watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off together. So we started that last night after we finished Christmas Vacation. So that's cool. Retro movies for the win. 80s and 90s. Okay, Angie, how many days was Heidi's package sitting on the studio monitor? I mean, it's really flat, it doesn't stick up like a box would, so I could see how I just wasn't registering. But let me know how many days I've been staring at straight ahead, basically, at my studio's gear and didn't register that. Yes, I think I've worn the Cult Leader shirt to Disneyland before. Again, I don't think there's anything like controversial about that, but the pot one, they might not like references to drugs. It depends how hardcore they are about that. Oh yeah, Rob Reiner made When Harry Met Sally. Yeah. When can me and Angie go back to Disneyland with our very our lowest tier, lowest price Magic Key Pass? We're allowed back in like the week of February 4th or 5th or whatever that is. I forgot. Not next week, the week after New Year's, basically. That Monday after New Year's, we're allowed back in. Hey, AJ, thank you so much. Thanks. The Christmas gifts keep on coming in. Thank you, AJ, for helping support our vegan outreach, supporting us as people, and supporting most importantly of all, the vegan cult that I'm working so hard single-handedly to keep afloat. Because, veganism is a cult. Someone had to take the cult leader reins, and I volunteered, and it's a thankless job, but you guys do thank me. So thanks for keeping the vegan cult job going too. Okay, the package has been sitting there since Monday afternoon. So I've worked on like 2 songs over this week, including starting like Tuesday. Monday we were busy all day, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I've been working on music. So anyway, wow. You're right, AJ. Somebody had to step up and be the cult leader. Because we know Mike the Vegan ain't going to do it, right? I love Mike. I just had to poke some fun there because I'm the cult leader. No one's taking the job from me. I like it. It's kind of fun. You're watching wrestling? Cool, Carmichael. Keep watching wrestling. It's all good. You can watch wrestling and listen to me ramble about stuff. So anyway, yeah, great to see y'all here. Yeah, I know we're down a few people because of the holidays. All good, but it's all cool. And if you're watching after the fact, late model, thanks. And we got your card, and I'll try my best to remember next week because it's really late model's doing that. I got Heidi's package in time too because late model is urging me to go to our PO box. And I totally forgot. I agreed a few weeks ago to go, and I totally blew it. So last Friday, this last week's live stream, she reminded me, and I calculated, oh shit, I gotta go like Monday because that's the only chance I'll get before it starts raining and they shut the post office down because of Christmas. So I'm glad I went Monday and got everything. Hey, Fallon Marie, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Hope you had a happy Christmas. Carmichael, you only can watch it on your phone, so you can't listen to both me and wrestling. Do you have another device? Do you have like an iPad or computer? You could watch both at the same time. But yeah, I'm just throwing out suggestions there if those are available to you. So I hope you guys all had good and fun and safe Christmases. Any of you guys want to share anything interesting or notable or weird that happened your Christmas? Hopefully it was chill for you, nothing wild. Yeah, we got another gift from a person that has been following our content for years and years, Christine. And I don't think she follows the live streams. I think she follows us in other ways. But if you hear Christine, let us know because we got a Christmas gift. And a card I should say from Christine as well. When we went to the PO box on Monday. Let's see. Well, I've never heard of that. Uncle, you watched the movie Them, 1954, and Leonard Nimoy has a quick scene. Wow, what is what's that movie roughly about, Uncle? Like, just give me a quick synopsis. That sounds interesting. Peter, you went to went to a vegan diner that was in the community that was put on by an organization. It was really healthy. Cool. See, you can go to a vegan dinner. Yeah, see, vegan food can be healthy, I mean, when you make it at home especially, it can be really healthy. Let's see. The movie's about ants. Giant ants. So yeah, it sounds like sci-fi if it's about giant ants, and Leonard Nimoy was in it. So awesome. Good. That sounds fun. How'd you come across that one for Christmas? Okay, and Peter's vegan dinner was at a community center. Awesome. Heidi, you got vegan pizza on Christmas Eve. Nice. Yeah, we often will go out like on Christmas Day, but to like get the poolside pizza at the Disneyland Hotel. It was really good, but yeah, it was raining and actually it looked like it was going to not rain for a few hours that afternoon, so I tried to book a reservation, but they're all taken up too last minute. But I want to say thanks for all the super chat tips that you guys gave us last Friday on last Friday's live stream, because I used them 2 days later on Sunday for my first real dinner out since getting that UTI infection in November. I've had a few lunches, but I haven't been able to go out and have a nice dinner, sit down with my wife, get some really good vegan Italian food, and get my first glass of wine. I got some really delicious Sicilian white wine, Cara Conte, for all you wine enthusiasts. Really good, like low alcohol, no tannins basically, and rich with minerals from the soils of Mount Etna in Sicily. It was a really good wine, for my if you can call, I'm not saying wine is healthy or alcohol is healthy, but there's different degrees, and this one had nice minerals in it too to help me out. And yeah, I had a fine time. I had a great meal with Angie. Our margarita pizza was delicious. I studied up this time. I never knew what a margarita pizza was. It's, I think, from the 1860s or 1880s, named after a Queen Margherita of Italy. And it's a simple pizza, just three colors that represent the Italian flag. The red tomato sauce, or tomatoes, represent the red of the Italian flag. The green is represented by, is it the basil? Red, and the white is cheese. In our case, a vegan, is it a ricotta cheese? Super delicious the way these guys make it. Mangia Fogli in Long Beach. Super delicious. The Caesar salad pairs with it perfectly. The wine just went down so heavenly with that meal. Oh, I was so blissed out Sunday night. Thanks to you guys for helping us out with that. But food, wine, and it was our dating anniversary too that night. This winter solstice is our dating anniversary. So it was just a fantastic, dreamy night after having like a pretty crappy month, like being sick and taking antibiotics, going to the doctors a few times, and not fun, just having like a rougher recovery, rougher time getting back to normal. So it was great to finally get my digestion back so I could eat tomatoes again and, be able to have a little glass of wine and process it and have a fantastic night out with my gorgeous wife, celebrating many decades of dating now. So, and I was glad, again, supporting vegans, going to a fully vegan business, supporting the vegan owner in this restaurant, which we really, really want to see succeed. They're brand new. They just opened up earlier this year. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for helping us to have a really special night celebrating my recovery, mine and Angie's dating anniversary, and the winter solstice all in one. So thank you guys. So anyway, thanks AJ. Thank you. So yes, there's been flooding around Southern California. Fortunately, nothing around here. Actually, our neck of the woods, like mine and Uncle's neck of the woods, we really kind of got off relatively easy with this round of storms. It hit worse in other parts of Southern California, like in the mountains. If you guys have seen any horrific images of like flooding, that's probably Wrightwood, and it's kind of near, it's in the mountains, like it's on your way to go skiing and stuff like that. I guess they built right into like a floodplain or a watershed or something like that. It's probably fine. It's probably fine for maybe you get a flood there every 50 or 100 years, and it happened the other day. So that looks pretty devastating. People's houses and lives and vehicles just completely ruined. But yeah, it was pretty crazy rain. And fortunately, we got off okay, and everyone I know is safe here. But it was pretty gnarly. And it's supposed to stop raining tonight or today sometime. And it's supposed to be nice maybe for maybe until next Thursday or something like that. Nice meaning no more rain. Because we already had enough rain for the month now. We're done. We got it in 3.5 days. We're cool. So please have no more rain. We're good. That's nice, Blood Rose. A squirrel was watching and entertaining you guys, so you gave the squirrel some treats. That's really sweet. Has Angie named the squirrels in our yard? No, we don't have any names for squirrels right now. It's funny though, just the other day, sometimes Angie has squirrel friends. They know her. She knows them. They have a little thing. They know our patterns. We don't have that going on right now, strangely. But I opened the door the other day, and there's a squirrel just waiting in the spot where she normally would feed squirrels. But this one hasn't been trained for that. But he or she was sitting there, ready, expecting, looking at me, saying, if they could speak, I am in the spot where I'm supposed to get fed. I know this because I learned from other squirrels from your past. Feed me, please. And it was just all following me around. I go, wow, how did the squirrel know that? It was mind blowing. And no, the squirrel doesn't have a name or anything like that. Yeah, Peter, people did have to get evacuated. There were mandatory and voluntary evacuations, and in that place I was describing you, people who didn't leave, it became a search and rescue kind of operation. But yeah, I know the whole West Coast got hit. You guys got hit first, atmospheric river, and then it dropped down to basically LA County, Los Angeles County, and around, just basically Southern California. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Peter. I don't follow the news. I remember our president gave a very unhinged Thanksgiving message. So he gave an unhinged Christmas message. That's sad. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, no, not trying to like unify the country or anything like that. So that's the reason why I don't follow the news. I just don't need to hear his nonsense if he's going to just like make holidays politically charged, because they shouldn't be. It should be about connection, caring, positive things like that, not getting pissed off. Oh, that's cool, Peter. You got Dr. Grigor's How Not to Age cookbook for Christmas. Awesome. Try it out. Tell me how that goes. Let's see. Oh, you went to Loving Hut, Metalhead? You had a vegan crab burger on World Vegan Day at a Loving Hut. Yeah, we haven't been to a Loving Hut in a long time. What's that, AJ? Trump said this would be America's last Christmas? What do you mean the last? How would this be the last Christmas? Like, what's gonna stop it? Are the libs gonna make us stop doing Christmas, or is he gonna like fascistly ban Christmas? I don't think that would go over. Like, how would, just seriously, how would it even be conceivably possible that Christmas will be no more? Apart from some kind of crazy disaster or something like that that takes out humanity. Assuming everything's going all right, why would Christmas end all of a sudden? It's such a tradition. Whether it's a good thing or bad thing, I'll leave that up to every individual to decide. I'm not making a comment on that, but I'm just going, it's such a part of our traditions, how like all around, not only just the United States but worldwide. And why would Christmas end? That just seems ridiculous. What's the Heidi Trump's naughty list of criminals and their crimes is pretty. I can't imagine. Who are the criminals? Is it like Bill Clinton for being on the Epstein file supposedly? I heard how Bill Clinton turned around like, fine, look into it. I'm cool with it. Let's really let justice be blind and just be just. Anyway. He literally said that? All you could think of was nukes? Well, God, I hope not. Like, why would he want to destroy civilization for? Well, that would not be cool. That wouldn't help, anything. Hopefully he's just blurting weird crap out because that's kind of what he does, right? And I'm not saying that in a judgmental way. I'm just saying that's objectively like kind of what he does. That's kind of the brand. Nikki, it's 75 here for Christmas. Where are you? Where was it 75 degrees for Christmas? Because for us, it was like, 59 and raining on our Christmas. Oh, I just got a notification. Light rain expected soon. Expected to start raining at my location in about 10-15 minutes. Cool, I get these notification updates now. Well, of course, it's really warm in Australia, Peter. It's summer there, yeah. Yeah, they get some crazy heat waves in the summer too. Hopefully, it's not super crazy like that. Uncles, yes, yeah. We've already received over half of the seasonal total rain for Los Angeles, and in case you didn't know, the rain season totals begin somewhere around like October. It's not like January to December. It starts like at the end of like, summer when it starts raining again here in Southern California. So we've already got half the rain that we typically get, our average, in just like a couple months. So, I often joke around with Angie. I miss the drought. Like in the early days of our YouTube channel, it didn't rain for a long time. A little bit of rain. It was, always sunny in December and January, barely any rain. Now we're back to kind of normal, getting more. And that's good. As fun as droughts can be for lifestyle, they really suck as far as like, having there be, the wildfire weather, people having water shortages. Not everywhere is connected to like the California water aqueduct system. Some places rely on local rainfall. So yeah, it's important that we get rain. I can't be like, desiring beautiful weather and sunshine for me at the expense of like, millions of other people. Let's see, illegal immigrants and their crimes. Well, a lot of crimes are committed by regular legal citizens too, and a lot of illegal immigrants don't commit any crimes. So that's just some kind of like play to a politically charged like meme of like immigrants bad kind of thing, when not all immigrants are bad. Like, some immigrants come to our country and do really, really well. Like, say, Elon Musk, comes here, immigrates, makes $1 billion, doesn't pay any taxes, receives tons of government money. So yeah, not all immigrants are bad, right? Anyway, for all the criticism they have gotten, a lot of really bad guys off the streets. Well, again, Heidi, that's kind of stereotyping illegal immigrants as being bad people. There's a lot of bad people who are here legally. My point is, if you're breaking laws, you should be punished. Justice, again, should be blind. It shouldn't could be concerned with like this color of your skin or your nationality or how much money is in your bank account. If you break laws, on the street, go to jail. If you're guilty of hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein and having illegal activities with girls who are underage, I don't care who you are. I don't care how connected you are. I don't care what your political beliefs are. You should be punished to the fullest extent of the law. Justice should be blind. And I've met tons of people who are probably not here legally. I didn't ask them completely, and they're perfectly fine, law-abiding people. I'm sure you're going to have some really bad ones, just like vegans. Most vegans are really nice, really cool. Some are horrible. Some are criminals. Some go, on rampages and violent streaks and rob people. Has nothing to do with vegans. Just, if you have a large group of people, you're going to have some bad people in the bunch. That's called the law of large numbers, basically. So, okay. Oh, well, we can just agree to disagree on that, Heidi. I don't see illegal people that are here peacefully, abiding by the law, paying taxes on goods, causing any problems. It's, to have some kind of new policy, like we got to get rid of them all because they're criminals, is a dangerous stereotype and only drives, I'm not saying you, Heidi, but it drives people who are less thoughtful, less intelligent, people who can't think as well as Heidi can, to become racist and actually start attacking these people, which is effed up and wrong. That's why this rhetoric against any group of people, whatever, like that, is just dangerous, because you're always going to have some dumb shit not be able to handle, just process it right, and they're going to do something stupid. And it's already been happening. Anyway, let's see, AJ, the wine is really affordable. What are we talking about? I'm talking about like bullshit like that. And you're talking about wine. What are we talking about? But Uncle, talking about, the snowpack is the main thing. That's really what gives us water. Like, we're really inefficient at capturing stormwater. They're working on it. I read how in the past decades they're starting to say, why are we letting all the stormwater drain into the ocean? We just could capture a certain percentage of it. It really help out a lot. But that being said, most of the water we drink in California, especially Southern California, starts off as snowpack in the high Sierras, and it makes its way down to the California aqueducts. But we really need the snow to fall in the Sierras. I always joked with Angie, we could have a drought as long as it snows productively in the Sierras, get us a nice snowpack there. Yeah, we could have dry, sunny days here in Southern California and use that water. And AJ raises a good pot, not to beat a dead horse here. Yeah, but this country is made of immigrants. We called it a melting pot when we were younger. Yeah, we all came from immigrants at some point, right? Unless you're Native American, and we all immigrated here. There's not Native white people or whatever here. It's a country that's just immigrants, unless you're Native American. Yeah, I'm with you, Heidi. I don't care if someone's legal or illegal. If they're white, brown, yellow, I don't care if someone's on the right, left, center, or doesn't give a shit. All I care is if someone is committing crimes, they should be punished. I don't care how wealthy they are, if they have good lawyers or bad lawyers. A person should be punished. That's what justice is all about, getting the punishment that you deserve for the crime you commit. Legal status has nothing at all to do with it. That's why I don't think we should talk about immigrants and illegal. Just whoever's committing crimes should be punished. I don't care anything about your connections, your wealth, your skin color, your politics. If you commit crimes, you should be punished. That's simply how it should be. It shouldn't be any more difficult than that, but just clear, black and white. Oh, that's good news, Peter. Zoe Rosenberg, the vegan activist, was released from jail just before Christmas. Now she spends the rest of her sentence under house arrest. That's good news. Unfortunately, she did spend some time in jail. How much time did she have to spend in jail, Peter? Let us know, for like carrying a pig away to safety. Um, Carmichael, yes, if you have chapped lips, look it up on Google or AI. It'll say it's something that happens only to vegans. Chapped lips were an unknown thing until veganism became popular. You should know this stuff. No, Peter, people should not be punished for rescuing animals. It only happens that people get punished for rescuing animals is because of, let me get this here, 1 second. Because animals in captivity, as far as I understand, have barcodes on them. They are property of the food companies, whatever, you know? So, yeah, that's why animals are not barcodes. Thanks again, Heidi, for the shirt. I'm going to wear it proudly. That's the only reason why the animals are defined as property. So, therefore, if you take someone else's property in this country's laws, you're technically committing a crime, and I don't believe that's a crime to rescue a sentient being in need of rescue. It's like, you know. Anyway, let's move on from that. Henno, you're Slevengi. Not talking vegan here? Yeah, we're talking all sorts of vegan. I was just talking vegan stuff right there. Do you have a question for us, or do you want to like join the vegan conversation? Let us know. And good point, AJ, about removing criminals off our streets and the framing of how ICE is behind that. No, they're just here to deport people, often really, you know, law-abiding citizens. I've heard of people who are going to like a federal building for their green card appointments, and ICE is sitting there waiting for them. These are people who are law-abiding, trying to do the legal process to become citizens or here legally, and ICE will get them. So no, ICE is not checking for criminals. I mean, not to say they don't sometimes target them, but I've seen them target people who are, you know, completely law-abiding people on the path to citizenship still get detained. So no, ICE is not like removing criminals per se. They might get, you know, criminals off the streets because if you remove 100 people, yeah, but you're bound to, you know, of any group, 100 vegans, 100 of any group, if you remove 100 people, you're probably going to get a few people who should get removed anyway, but that's not like what their function is. Their function is to remove people. Henno, you're Slavengi. Yeah, I was just talking about veganism. If you have a vegan question, yeah, I just related a political issue to veganism. How, actually a political issue about how animals are considered property under our legal system, and animals should not be considered property because they are sentient beings, and also they fit what I think are the minimum requirements of being agents. They make decisions, you know, they're emotional beings, they're sentient. So anyway. Hey, Graven babies. Yeah, I've heard that about a lot of the ICE people. They're kind of that type of person. But anyway, if you want to bring up something, Henno, you're slaving, whatever, bring up a topic. Awesome. Glad you agree animals are not property. Wow, is that true, Metalhead? You saw that Mexico extradited a guy wanted for stabbing his wife to death less than 24 hours after getting married? Holy crap, what's wrong with people? Wow. That's has some problems if that is what they did. Wow. What's that, Uncle? People shouldn't be considered property either. Gosh, what are you talking about? Yeah, hopefully people aren't considered as property. I thought we, you know, at least in this country, you know, abolished like slavery, which is the legal ownership of people. You can pass them on to your, you know, your kids and stuff. People are not property. Animals are not property. Okay, that dude, huh? Metalhead, he was on the FBI 10 most wanted list. Wow. I guess. I mean, that's pretty gnarly stuff. Wow. Yeah, it's all messed up. Oh, I see why Uncle brought up people shouldn't be considered property. Yeah, from AJ's comment there. Agreed. ICE is in some sense trafficking humans. Yeah, moving humans against their will for no apparent reason of the person's doing other than being targeted. So anyway, let's talk about something more positive, man. We just had Christmas. Let's try to get on a more positive track here. How do we even get off on that? Was it your fault, Heidi, for bringing that up? So let's not talk about that anymore. Yeah, just say no ice, please. I personally, this is saying a lot. Have you, Uncle? I still haven't seen any ice activity with my eyes. I've seen photos of it, like, in the, like, say, the Long Beach subreddit and stuff like that. But I still haven't seen any of their agents or their vehicles or activities or anything like that. So I'm not saying, I'm just saying, I just haven't, I know it's happening. I just glad I haven't seen it firsthand. I wouldn't want to, because, I'd get really pissed. I'd be tempted to F with them. But I've seen how when people like say shit to them, they'll just arrest you and it's like, oh, our bad, and just let you go later after you've been detained and roughed up for like all day or half a day or something like that. So, so I'm glad I haven't seen that. All right. If you're going to bounce, Hendo, you're Slavic. I said we're going to move on from it. If you can't handle it, totally cool. This is not a political channel. This is a vegan channel. Unfortunately, political crap has cropped up into our lives. And it's not my fault. It's just the reality that we find ourselves in. So I'm moving on from politics, whether you bounce or not. But anyway, what's that, Carmichael? What are my favorite rides from Disneyland? I've never been to the California park, only Disneyland. And in case you guys don't know, yeah, we go there because there's tons of vegan options, way better than any theme park I've seen, like, say, Knott's Berry Farm or Universal or, God forbid, SeaWorld or something like that, which I haven't been to since I was probably like in my 20s, and I'm in my 50s now. But anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, we go there because of the great vegan options. So what's that? My favorite rides. My favorite ride at Disneyland, without thought, Small World, 100% Small World. It's the best theme park ride ever invented, in my opinion. I still have never seen the Small Worlds at other Disney. It's just the one in Anaheim, the original one that Walt Disney built with his Imagineers back in the 60s. So that's my all-time favorite ride, 100% Small World. I go on that ride, and I come out at the end a better person. It's like I don't know how long the ride is, like 8 minutes or so. It's a meditation on peace and unity and not division. It's like, so what America's not right now, and it's just what I want America and the world to be, what I wish it was, what it can be. All those beautiful attributes I just mentioned, all of us living in unity and not divided. And peace for the world. I mean, these are great concepts. And so anyway, I love it. I just go in there and I can speak those words, but to actually feel what those words mean emotionally to me, that's what I feel after the end of Small World. It's like this peaceful, Buddhist, chill feeling of bliss or something like that. That's what I get most times when I go on Small World. Sometimes I'll get annoyed. There'll be some loud person next to me or some kid going crazy or something like that. But yeah, Small World makes me a better person. Okay, Uncle, you haven't seen any in your areas too. Awesome. Adrian, you never thought about politics in 2016? Awesome. Let's see, Peter, you went to go to a vegan resort. There's one in Mexico? Really? A vegan resort? I haven't heard about that. And Heidi knows about that too. You know someone that goes to the Mexico vegan resort and loves it. Wow, tell me more about this. Not to say I can afford to travel right now or anything, or can have it my life set up where I can travel right now, but let me know about that. That'll be interesting to check out in the future maybe. And the Haunted Mansion is also a big favorite for us too, Graven Babies. Yeah, this is the one that Walt designed. I believe he passed away as they were making it, so he never actually saw it. But yeah, the Haunted Mansion, another old school ride here, and love it. Yeah, we have Space Mountain as well, Carmichael. Yeah, you guys in Florida got the first one, then they soon after built the one here in Anaheim. I haven't been on that in a long time. I don't really like adrenaline like coaster rides or anything like that. I mean, I don't hate them. I just don't love them. I like rides with vibe, rides with soul, and adrenaline's cool. I can get plenty of adrenaline just driving places, seeing all the people shoot red lights and almost kill us. That's enough adrenaline for me. When I get to the theme park, I just want to be as chill as I can. So yeah, I don't really go on roller coasters all that much. I have too much adrenaline in everyday life. So anyway, yeah, we have one of those Tower of Terror things. It's now some kind of Avengers thing. I don't like being dropped down, stuff like that, and I don't like Avengers. Sorry guys, if any of you guys are Avengers people, I just don't relate to Avengers. So yeah, we don't really go in that part of the park much, and yeah, that ride just has zero attraction for me. I'd rather go on something with more vibe than those Avenger things where they drop you off. I forgot what it's called now. Yeah, it used to be called Tower of Terror. Now it's no, shoot, I don't know. If someone says the name, I'll know it though. Anyway, vegetarianism is indeed the best way of life. Thanks, Gladys. I would add veganism is the best way of life, but vegetarian ain't bad either. Let's see, Heidi, your friend goes once a year in October to this Mexican resort, and the food sounds really good, and they have meditation classes and such. Where is it at? What part of Mexico? It's like Tulum, I'm going to guess. I know Tulum got really trendy, and especially with vegans too. I'm just wondering if it's in Tulum or another part of Mexico, because that's the part of Mexico, the Mayan Riviera, a lot of resorts out there. That'd be a perfect place for that. Oh, the Pooh Bear ride. We have the Pooh Bear ride too. That's my kind of ride too. It's chill. It's like one of those dark rides. It has one room with all the psychedelic lights spinning around. I love it. Yeah, the Pooh and Friends, or Pooh's Corner, whatever. That ride is cool. You're not sure where the location is, Heidi? I'll Google it. Yeah. Yeah, that's it, Peter. Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the one where they drop you down. It used to be the Tower of Terror. Yeah, that's the one I've never been on it. But yeah, no desire. I'm sure it's fine. I've heard it's nice and all, but I just don't like Avengers, and I don't want to be dropped down a bunch of stairs. Yes, Fallon. They still have the Roger Rabbit ride in Toontown. I've only gone it maybe once in the past decade. It's not that good, and the wait's kind of long. I'd rather go right next door to a relatively new ride in Toontown. Maybe it's like a year and a half or two old. It's called Mickey. What's it called? Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway or something like that. It's a pretty cool new ride. It's got a lot of cool animation. It's kind of jerky though. I don't like jerky rides. Like they make you want to barf, and you feel like your stuff's gonna fall out of your pockets, and they jerk your spine around. That's the only thing I don't like about that ride. But the aesthetics of that ride are more to my liking. That's how I feel about Small World. There's no jerky and everything. It's all smooth on water. It's pretty chill. But yeah, the Roger Rabbit ride has been around a long time. Let's see. Carmichael, Lucky in Orlando. It's still the Tower of Terror. They ruined the one in California. I'll agree with you on that. Let's see. The vegan anthem. A definition of veganism. The principle that other animal persons deserve the moral right not to be thought of as things, and the legal right to not be treated as property. I love that definition as well. Little bit tougher to argue given depending on what kind of issue you're talking about with a particular knucklehead trying to talk about why it's so cool to not be vegan. But yeah, great definition, because I just use the Vegan Society's definition of veganism. But I believe the things that you said in your definition, I think those naturally follow. They logically follow from their definition. And you only could say so much in a definition. The whole point of a definition is to say just what you need to, but not too much, or else it becomes like a book or a big paragraph. You want to say just the right amount, and it's hard to focus on what concept you want to get across to people. I agree with all those points. I believe animals are persons, they have rights, they're sentient beings, they're agents. They qualify as having moral worth. They're not like rocks or paper towels. They're not property. I agree 100%. Ever go to the stage shows in Disney California Adventure? I don't really go for shows and entertainment. I know a lot of people like that, and I see people on the Disney subreddit bitching and complaining how they say there's way less entertainment now than before. Disney's cutting costs. I'm going, What are you talking about? I'm always like trying to dodge a parade or a marching band or some people singing and dancing in the streets and stuff like that. I see it all the time. For me, maybe I just have a horrible luck that I attract parades and entertainment. I see it all the time. I wish there was a little bit less entertainment there. But I'm glad people enjoy it. I don't want people to be bummed. I'm just bummed when I need to go to the other side of the park and I can't get past this parade or something like that. Anyway, Busch Gardens. Yeah, I used to go to a Busch Gardens when I was a kid in Southern California. I don't. It's not there anymore. But no, I'm not a big coasters person. I mean, I like chill coasters. I don't like ones that like spin me upside down and crap like that. I did that when I was younger. It's cool. Now I'm older. I just don't need that. Like I said, I can get all the adrenaline rush just driving on the freeway or just driving on major surface streets. Nikki, a member for 20 months. Awesome. Thank you so much for supporting us as a Happy Fam member for 20 months now, Nikki. Nothing tastes as good as vegan feels. Let me ponder that for a second. Nothing tastes as good as vegan feels. Well, vegan tastes really good too. I comment more than once a week in this house that it doesn't suck being vegan. Like I told Angie last night after she met us our holiday themed dinner last night. But thank you to Nikki. Thanks so much. You need to go swimming. Your soul is craving it. Hope you have an indoor place because this is the cold time of the year to go swimming. Let's see. What's that, Uncle? The stage show is like Aladdin. No, I don't think they have an Aladdin stage show at DCA, Uncle. If so, I haven't noticed it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I just don't think it's there anymore. Yeah, Vegan Anthem. Yeah, there's the original definition from Vegan Society, and the current one is just an expansion of that concept. Basically, it just keeps a concept of. Just if we want to make their original definition even shorter and more concise and compact, humans do not exploit animals. It's basically just the concept of humans ought not exploit animals. That's really what the heart and soul of the Vegan Society's definition is. And here's why I say the rest of the rights part follows from that. If humans ought not exploit animals, what does that mean? Well, that means animals have inherent rights, like humans have inherent rights. Why? Because we're moral agents. So yeah, we ought not exploit humans. We ought not exploit animals. Why? In both cases, they are they have moral worth and should be treated as such and have rights that need to be protected legally. So yeah, I think if you grant that humans ought not exploit animals, the rest follows through the logic I just showed there. That's how I see it, at least. Other people disagree, but I don't know. I guess I could write it out more formally to try to prove my point. But why? Who am I fighting with? I'm going to say something a little controversial here, that veganism rejects speciesism. Yes, but I don't know about 100%, and I can give you my situations why I think not 100%. But in particular, you're right. In particular, there's a certain kind of speciesism that veganism adamantly rejects. Let's see what you said here. The transparent speciesism of thinking of other animal persons as things without moral value. 100%, you nailed that for sure. But I think humans are inherently kind of speciesist in the sense that if we can do a stupid trolley problem. I hate trolley problems, but they kind of the whole point of trolley problems is to tease out our intuitions, often about moral quandaries. Like say you're on a trolley or whatever, or you're in a car. It doesn't have to be a trolley, and you're about to you have two choices: swerve into a group of like 5 children playing, or 5 like rats or pigs or whatever. Which way are you gonna? You can't make any other. Like I think most would say I'd rather not kill the baby humans, and I don't think that means your species. But I think in some sense, most vegans probably wouldn't want to, but they would probably say, okay, I'm not going to kill the human babies. I don't know. I'm just saying it's a trolley problem. Don't like try to make it bigger than what it is. I'm not trying to say I'm species, but I think most people intuitively, vegan or not, would probably it'd be harder decision for vegans to make, but I think intuitively most people would probably not want to run over the human babies. So I think we can't erase all speciesism from our psyche, but I agree with this particular context of speciesism you identified there. 100% nailed the kind of speciesism that veganism seeks to eradicate. Let's see. Let's go to something more exciting than trolley problems. What's that, Nikki? Anyone baking bread? And if so, what brand mixer is the best? Well, let's get some tips for bread baking. I don't know anything about that. Graven babies. Yeah, we can exploit our animals for cuddles and loving, right? I don't think that's exploitative to have a two-way love relationship with your animals. Treat them as persons. Because that's how I see animals. When I see even not only just my animals, other people's like, oh, that's a cool person. I just see them as persons. They have rights. They're agents. Does a bread machine count? I'm not sure. It depends who's asking the question. Peter, I don't know if it's an either or. Am I more into utilitarianism / consequentialism for an ethical theory, or deontology? And there's other ethical systems beyond those too. There's say virtue ethics, which preceded them. That goes back to Aristotle in ancient Greece. I kind of follow a combination of something that's more deontological, Immanuel Kant, and virtue ethics. I totally don't like consequentialism / utilitarianism. I think it just leads to some just really, doesn't have to, but often leads to some just really wacky, horrible ideas. Like, the idea if you add up, let's see, I'm horrible at explaining it, but basically it's called the calculus of figuring out is it better or worse for something to happen and be. And I've seen people who follow consequentialist ethics who said, well, what would be the greater good if humans were on this planet or not? Well, humans are the most destructive force that planet Earth has ever seen. I'm not making this argument. I'm just portraying or characterizing the argument. Humans are the most destructive force on Earth. We make species go extinct. We're going to overheat the planet. Planet Earth would be better if humans weren't here. So therefore, humans ought to all go extinct. I mean, that's a consequentialist kind of ethic. What would be the greater good? Humans here or humans not here? You can make an argument for eradicating humanity. That's where I see the kind of absurdity of following a consequentialist or utilitarian ethic. It can lead to some really horrifically evil propositions or ideas or beliefs. I hope I didn't strawman consequentialism there. That's how I understand. I don't claim to be an ethical expert. In college, when I studied philosophy, both on the graduate and undergraduate level, I took as few ethics classes as I possibly could. A lot of people think ethics is huge in philosophy. It's a part of it, but it's not the biggest part. It's a valid branch of philosophy. It's not the biggest one or most important one or anything like that. So I spent my time in other aspects of philosophy. What's up, Vegan Anthem? Do you not see that as saying humans are ableist and would rather swerve towards humans with severe intellectual challenge? I'm just saying, I don't think we can eradicate. I don't think I'm making an ableist thing. I'm just saying, I think if you're saying, you can try to construct the trolley problem how you want. I'm just, the way I constructed it, just say they're just, normal healthy kids and normal healthy rats or something like that. Most people, even vegans, would have a hard time saying, oh, I'm going to steer into the kids. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to glorify speciesism. If you think you're misunderstanding, if that is what you're thinking, I'm not glorifying. I just think it's hard to eradicate it 100%. But yeah, vegans are very hip to call out a very particular kind of speciesism, the kind that you so eloquently described there, treating animals as objects to be exploited, sold, treated as property. That's a kind of speciesism I think has no place, and it's really easy to eradicate from our belief systems. But the trolley problem I just posed there, it's a little bit harder to eradicate that from our. I'm just being honest here. I don't know how many other vegans would be honest about that, but I've thought that through. And that's a tough one to say. It makes no difference if I drive into the kids or the rats. I can't. I honestly cannot say that. I'm being completely honest. If you can say it makes no difference driving into the kids or the rats, you can say that if you want. I can't. I cannot honestly say that. What do you mean? That's a futility fallacy. How is it a fallacy? I just set up a trolley problem, and I said I can't really make a I can't say it doesn't matter either way. I'm being honest. I don't think it's a fallacy. I just constructed a trolley problem where the outcome is one that you might not like. Yeah, you can. Yeah, absolutely. Consider both as persons. I agree 100%. That's where I said that's the kind of speciesism I think that we can all work to eradicate if we're not vegan, or even some vegans still might not have that fully grasped. But yeah, I agree. That's the kind of speciesism we can all fully, easily eradicate from our belief systems. That is treating animals as non-agents, non-moral, not beings not deserving of moral worth and rights. That's the kind of speciesism that we, we're all on board with, of getting rid of. Hey, Satanic Steven, awesome. Yeah, I agree, vegan anthem. Just because we might have some kind of speciesism deep down in our psyche that is extremely difficult, if not impossible, to fully eradicate, the kind I described in my trolley problem, it doesn't mean, yeah, we should still have moral consideration for all persons, animal and human persons, 100%. I think we're on the same page here. Let's see. What's that? Uncle, let go of the wheel and let fate take over. What are you talking about there? You're talking about like the trolley problem. That's one way to look at it. But then you're saying it makes no difference if I run into the group of children or the group of rodents. And I said, I cannot say that, because if you say just let your hand off and let God decide or something like that, let fate or random chance decide, then you're just saying it's equally the same. And I don't think I can say that, as an honest human, honest moral agent here. Yeah, Telecaster gang. There's my tele back there. Woohoo! Use it all the time. It has become one of my go-to guitars over the past few years. I've been more of like a Stratocaster guy since the 2000s start. I've been a really Stratocaster guy. But yeah, I just got become more balance between Stratocaster and Telecaster guitars over the past few years. The good point, Graven babies. There are not only moral considerations with my trolley problem, there's legal ones too. If you run down not only your own kids, but anyone's kids, you could go to prison. In the case of the trolley problem, depending on how it's set up, one could argue it's you're out of control. You don't have control over the trolley. I don't know. But anyway, then it would just be manslaughter or something like that. But either way, that's bad because, yeah, people get hurt or die. What's that, Peter? Did you know that in the UK they have Boxing Day family hunting? Is that what Boxing Day is? I've heard of it. I didn't know that meant hunting. I don't know any Megadeth songs, Smoothie Line. Not older Megadeth or newer Megadeth. I know zero. I couldn't tell you a Megadeth song title. I don't know anything about Megadeth other than I just know they exist. Not to say I like them or dislike them. I just don't know anything about them. Oh, Luciano, you got the fretless bass? Awesome. It was a steal because you would have bought it for $600. How'd you get a $600 bass for $200? Please tell me this, because did you find it used or something like that? Because it's really hard to find like a new, even like say a Fender Squier guitar that's like $200. Usually like, the decent ones are like $350, $400, $500, $600 sometimes. How'd you get a $600 guitar for $200? Did you find it used? Did you totally use some sly talking to let them give it to you for a steal? What did you do? Peter, you stupidly went to the mall today on Boxing Day. It was crazy busy. Wow, I bet. Yeah, the day after Christmas, I forgot, it's a really busy mall day. People are returning things. I remember when I worked at a department store, like when I was younger in college. I remember the day after Christmas sucked. It was worse than the days before Christmas. Allison, your message got deleted. I apologize. Let me see. I'm not seeing it get deleted, Allison. As the administrator of this live stream, I see messages that were deleted. It would say this message was deleted. I don't see anything about your message getting deleted, Allison. Something technically bad must have happened, is my guess. Oh, okay. How'd you get your base so cheap? Yeah, it was used on Facebook Marketplace. And you think you went to high school with the guy? Why was he willing to part with it for just $200? That's like crazy good. I would buy a fretless base for $200 maybe. Not that I need one, but I might be able to use one. Hey Travis, your mall is a dead mall. Most are. It's weird how like the vast majority of malls are like so-called dead malls. You know, ones that are out of business, going out of business, on their last legs, on life support, and some are just crazy packed. Like, how did people decide, oh, this mall is one of the good ones, we're gonna pack in, but that other one, like 10 miles away, no, don't go there, it's horrible, it's weird. I do not understand how that's worked out. Because we have both of those in our area still. The Cerritos Mall out here, that's where one of the Apple stores, the stores is at. We don't have any Apple stores in Long Beach, so I have to travel decently far to go to Apple stores if I need to get something repaired or I want to buy something, in person. My point is, I hate going to that mall. It's crowded, crazy crowded and busy. I don't know why everyone goes to that mall while all these other ones like the Lakewood Mall are struggling. It's weird. Amazon didn't help the malls out one bit, Peter. Totally get that. Okay, Allison. Yeah, I did check. I'll let you know if I see any deleted messages again. No, everything looks cool on my end here. Okay, Peter, you just wanted to see what kind of sales they had or cheap clothing you could get, but nothing really suited you. It was just so busy you left. Yeah, that's how I feel when I'm at busy malls. I just want to get the hell out of there. A couple times I had to go to the Apple store because I remember I needed to get some service. Want to go to the Genius Bar and have to deal with all the crazy mall insanity just to get there. It sucks. Yeah, maybe you didn't know how much to sell it for, and that's the best deal. If you could find someone selling something that they don't know how much it's worth, which is kind of weird. It doesn't take too much research these days with the internet to figure out how much a certain piece of music gear is worth. It seems like the days of finding steals is kind of over now with the internet kind of democratizing prices, like values of things. But you ripped this guy off, so good for you, Luciana. Good for you that you got a good deal there for Christmas. Yeah, I'm with you though, AJ. Malls kind of overwhelm me. There is an outdoor mall I don't mind going to as much. Another one that has an Apple store. It's a little further, but I don't drive on the freeway typically. I just go straight down Pacific Coast Highway to Newport, a much nicer, chiller area. It's outdoor too, so you're not all crammed together. It's not as crazy crowded. Parking is usually a lot easier. I'm sure it sucks right now because it's Christmas time and all. But that's my favorite one. If I have more time, I'll just go do stuff there. I remember I think it was a year ago, around this time last year, I took my iPhone 13 mini. I don't have it sitting next to me right now. It's a small phone. It's pretty old, and I had them put a new battery in. I don't know if you guys realize that. If you make a appointment, you go down to the Apple store, and they'll on the spot do the battery service. It might take them an hour or so. So I just go away. I go out. There's a great place to get a vegan pizza nearby, and I go sit outside and watch sunset and all that as I enjoy the pizza with Angie. Then I go back, get my phone at the Apple store, and drive home. So that's cool. That way I can make a little day, have some fun, get some nature. Can't do that at the Cerritos Mall. But you have to have time for that because it's kind of far. That's what sucks about not having an Apple store near us. It kind of sucks. We're like the 5th or 6th largest city in California. No Apple stores. You got to get in the car and go far away. Sucks. Anyway, but yeah, not a fan of malls. But the outdoor one's better too. It's more spread out. It's chill. My kind of pace. Yeah, Uncle, how those malls out by you in the South Bay, the Galleria Mall? Is that the one that like a year ago was having all the problems with like those Instagram takeovers, all those teenage boys coming and starting trouble? Is it that one? I don't think I've ever played a Jackson guitar. Those are pretty like metally kinds of guitars, right? Like with the really like strong shapes and like high gain pickups and stuff like that. No, I've never played a guitar like that. I used to have a sort of metally guitar, an 80s kind of metal, like a Kramer Strat with a Floyd Rose. but it wasn't really a hardcore like metal guitar. I still had like you know, the Seymour Duncan version of the Fender single coil pickups for the neck and middle, and Seymour Duncan Jeff Beck, I think, for the bridge pickup. You know, it's kind of high gain, but not like a total metal thrasher guitar or anything like that. Yeah, have you seen that show Abandoned, AJ? It's hosted by I forgot his name. He's a skater guy, former pro skater. It's I forgot what channel it's on, but he goes to all these abandoned places. Some are malls, some are like missile silos. It's things that are huge. A lot of money and effort went into making these things, and they serve their purpose for a while. Then people just abandoned them. So check it out if you haven't seen that show. If you haven't, it'd be right up your alley if you like stuff like that. Abandoned. And he often brings his skateboard and skates around in these places if he can and if it's relatively safe. I think it might be on the Vice channel, if you can check that out. It might even be on the Vice YouTube channel, but I have access to their channel on, like, you know, like say if you have like an Apple TV or, you know, Roku or whatever, check it out there. But I believe it's on Vice. Abandoned. It's really well made too. And that host guy, the former pro skater guy, is really cool, super chill. I forgot his name, but yeah, if you like seeing stuff like that, just makes you wonder, like, wow, humans are crazy. Yeah, abandoned like motor raceways, just big places that are just abandoned. All the decay, theme parks. I'm just remembering a few off the top of my head here. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. It's a kind of old show. I think it was maybe out 5, 6, 7 years ago, but it's still extremely relevant. And I caught an episode recently, and it still seems up to date. There's nothing like behind the times about it. In fact, things have probably gotten more worse. More things are becoming abandoned now. Yeah, he does it safe. He's seen some people go to places that are mold infested and stagnant water. Yeah, I think they have a crew that might help them determine, is it safe for the film crew? Is it safe for the production crew? Is it safe for the talent, you know, to be in there and doing stuff? It's not like a hack amateur job like guys and gals on YouTube might do. Yes, that I'm sure has an extra layer of professionalism that helps protect the crew and cast. I sure hope it does, at least. That's awesome, Carmichael. You're hoping to host a vegan cookout with your family this summer. You would be the only vegan, but wait, a vegan cookout with your family. You would be the only vegan, but there really is plenty of that. Everyone can eat vegan stuff. I mean, vegan stuff tastes amazing. It's weird, like, you know, like you can have a vegan like cookout for your family, even though you're the only vegan, because they can eat. There's nothing in their ethical belief systems that prevent them from eating plants or, you know, plant-based foods. I mean, you know, your average person will put anything in their mouth. They don't care, you know, as long as it tastes good. So yeah, might as well eat vegan stuff with your family as long as they're cool with it. I think that's a fantastic idea. Show them that it doesn't suck being vegan. Old Town Mall on Hawthorne is long gone. Yeah, Angie was telling me about that one. We discovered that that was the one she was trying to tell me, like, man, Uncle would probably know what this one was, but we looked around and found some videos on YouTube of that Old Town Mall. It's the one that used to have like rides, like small amusement park rides, like a carousel and other little things. And yeah, it turned out to be the Old Town Mall. Yeah, she really enjoyed that mall. She was telling me how cool it was, but I'd never been there because yeah, I grew up in a whole different part of LA County, far from Torrance. Yeah, carousel and other stuff. That's it. Yeah, they look really cool. Yeah, look it up on YouTube, Uncle. There's a few videos that have photos. I think some video too of from back in the 70s or whenever that mall, early 80s. You know, but anyway, check it out. There's it's preserved on YouTube for history. Oh, yeah, there's some abandoned Disney content too. Yeah, check out, what's that guy's? Oh, I forgot. I've seen some videos, a guy who specializes in stuff like that. Peter, yes, look out for anybody mocking Veganuary and just let me know about it, right? Just tell me and I got to make some Veganuary videos. So yeah, look forward for that next month, hopefully. Me, you know, taking down some people who want to mock Veganuary for being stupid and unhealthy and useless. Afraid of carbs, huh? That's sad. Like, yeah, carbs don't kill people. Is that Maul from Commando still there? I don't know what you're talking about there. What's that? Don Jackson, hey, thank you so much for the generous super chat tip there, guys. Thank you so much. It really helps us so much, guys, to keep our channel going and just to help us on occasion go out and do something fun and joyful and celebratory with life. Like, you know, me and my wife going out to enjoy a nice dinner or something like that. So thank you so much, guys. It's really been a rough year for me. You know, it really has. I mean, more than 12 months, you know, like this time last year, I was dealing with the possibility, the real, extremely real looking possibility. My mom, who was 87 at the time, getting into a divorce because of a elder abuse situation going on with her husband. It was horrible. I was just totally ruining my life. And a bunch of other stuff too. Yeah, then UTI this year and all that. So it's been kind of I almost got killed in April by a high-speed chase guy fleeing the police, you know, nicked my car. If I was up a little further, I might not be here right now. It's just been a weird ass year. So thank you so much, guys. Thanks for, you know, giving us some hope, just being, you know, you guys just being who you are, nice, chill, good people, and the super chat tips that allow us to go out and appreciate that we're here still, that we're able to you know, appreciate being alive and everything. So thank you. Uncle, fortunately, rain leaks are not much of a problem around this house because in 2020, I got our house roof fully redone, like top notch. And then the next year, 2021, did the garage, which is a separate building. So yeah, because as soon as we finished the house, then the garage started getting really bad. So anyway, all handled here. Has like a 20-year warranty, 25-year warranty or something like that. Hopefully I won't even be living here anymore when that's done. But anyway, yeah, we got through the rain leaks. How about you? You doing good there? But yeah, our roof is amazing right now. It's so good. I couldn't believe when they put the new roof on. It was so good that, like, even when it's not raining, the roof like wicks the water off. You go outside and you see all this moisture that ran off the roof on just a normal night when it's just, you know, not raining, just kind of maybe a little overcast or something like that. Our old roof never did that. I guess just whatever water that was, you know, it was getting absorbed into the roof and making things worse. But now it's just, yeah, it's super tight. Good for you. Good. Yeah, I'm so glad I did that because before that was the droughts. You know, it didn't really rain much, but when it did rain, it caused trouble. So I said, I'm tired of just dodging rains and putting buckets and getting my house thrashed. I'm glad I just bit the bullet. It's a really expensive thing to do, and got our roofs fixed because yeah, it's one less thing to worry about in life. Oh, let's see. Did I miss something here? Let me scroll up for a second here. Well, that's cool, AJ. You moderate for a filmmaker who literally pioneered the dead mall craze. Awesome. Peter says, remember that woman had said people should eat bugs if you're vegan? Like, why? Like, are we going to die as vegans if we don't eat bugs? I think I've been doing all right for 15 plus years. 15 years, and haven't eaten any bugs, at least not intentionally. Maybe a couple have flown in my mouth when I was riding a bike or something. Oh, hey, it's Bria. Sorry about my mom. Glad I'm there for her. Thanks. And yeah, fortunately, we were able to fix the situation with the elder abuse. I didn't think we were going to be able to do it, to be honest with you, but we were able to fix it sometime around like March or so of this year, April, sometime like that. So at least that bit of stress has been removed. But yeah, it was pretty crazy for a while. Just seeing like everything just kind of blow up on my face. It was really bad, really stressful. That was super crazy, and I'm glad you guys are here for me too. I really don't know how I got through that time. Seriously, it's just kind of a blur. Last year, all started around this time last year, like November, December, January, February, March. Just those 5 months were really bad for me. Man, I really don't know how I got through it. My best guess, the way I got through it is partly you guys helping me on Fridays. Just not helping, oh, it's going to be okay, Ryan. Not doing that kind of thing, but just your positive energy, making me feel better just by you being you. And I think listening to music, just finding some really good songs, I could just feel joy and hope and positivity, because I wasn't feeling any of that. I just seen my whole future just like blow up on my face, and my present for that matter. But anyway, yeah, between music and some kind people like you guys, I have the world to thank. So thank you. Okay, that's the filmmaker, AJ, Dan Bill. Yeah, you could totally mention him. Totally cool. Yeah, yeah. I trust you 100%, AJ. I know if you mention something, you're not like, just shamelessly plug in some guy getting paid or something like that. No, you can mention anything you want. So thanks for mentioning that. Dan Bell, yeah, you totally can do that. Yes, Carmichael. Yes, I absolutely believe. As the vegan cult leader, I 100% believe that veganism is a psyop by the government to make men weaker. 100% true. Like, because, vegan men are so weak. You never see vegan men able to, like, qualify for the Olympics for any sports, like, say, men's weightlifting or win gold medals or anything like that. No, vegan men are weak, right? Yeah, you totally got it. The government wants men to be weak. And what a better way to attract men to be weak than saying, hey, never eat meat for the rest of your life. It makes complete sense. Oh, thanks, AJ. Always here for me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Uncle, is Boxing Day in Canada like Black Friday? Good question. Yeah, here in the United States, it's a phrase we've heard before, Boxing Day. But yeah, Uncle and me, like, we don't know what the hell it is, right? Let's be honest, right? It's like, we can explain, he said it's about hunting, but it's really like the day after Christmas or something like that. Or is it the day after Thanksgiving? What is it? See, I don't know. I know it has something to do with the holiday. At least I thought so. Awesome, AJ. Your favorite vegan actor can lift 450 pounds. Like bench press? That's a pretty impressive lift. Let's see. Gladys, you've been vegan for over 20 years. Holy shit. Awesome. Okay, Peter's going to explain it to us. Boxing Day was a day that you're supposed to take your presents, box them up, and take them back to the store. Well, that's why it's called Boxing Day. You put things in a box, but now you can't even take presents back. It's just a bunch of after Christmas sales. Why was it a day you're supposed to take your presents back to the store for? Like, how did that become a tradition? I'm not understanding, like, why is that a thing? I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just understand the concept. Oh, 10-year anniversary, Cultolesio, coming up on your 10-year vegan anniversary. Awesome. Thanks to me and Angie for being such a great inspiration on these areas. Thank you. Thank you so much for saying that. I'm always glad to be a part of why someone is vegan. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, Peter, so it's for gifts you went to exchange. You didn't want for Christmas. You boxed. Oh, I get it. So I think what you're saying is a lot of times for Christmas, we receive gifts that we didn't really want. Like, the person giving you the gift didn't really ask what you wanted, or just guessed, or just gave you some crap that they just got on sale and you don't give a shit about. Is that what it is? So it's like you're not stuck with a bunch of crap you don't want. So Boxing Day was the day to take it back and return it and exchange it or get some money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember when I worked in retail a long time ago in the 80s. The day after Christmas sucks, because that's what everyone's doing. They didn't call it Boxing Day, they just called it the day after Christmas. Yeah, malls packed worse than the days before Christmas because everyone's coming on that day to return their stuff. So I guess that's Boxing Day. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see. How's it all going there? Let me check something here. I wonder if I should cut this live stream short tonight because it's holiday A lot of people have holiday activities, and some people have so many holiday activities they're not even here tonight. So it's kind of a weird night. Next week, Friday will be the day. I think it'll be the day after New Year's, right? It'll be like New Year's January 2nd or something like that. So hopefully people will be done with their festivities by then. I'm glad we're not competing with New Year's Eve, even though I remember doing a New Year's Eve live stream a while back, and it was kind of fun. We're like doing cheers every hour, celebrating people on the East Coast when it turned 9 o'clock here, midnight there, and all that. So, I'll see you a little bit on, I'll play the game with you. How do you guess I am? I'll be honest with you. Hopefully you're asking in good faith and not trying to like do some kind of anti-vegan thing or something like that. But yeah, how do you think I am? And I'll give you the honest answer. It's a well-known fact. I share my age all the time. In fact, you can look me up on the internet on like famous birthdays or something like that. It's not any secret or anything like that. But I'm just kind of curious what you think my age is. So once you tell me, I'll give you the correct answer. I'll think about a New Year's live stream. I don't know. Okay, I used to watch you like when I started doing YouTube. That was in 2013, my friend. So yeah, that's a long time ago. We started in 2013. We kind of got big for a vegan channel like 2015, 16, something like that. And we're still doing it to a different kind of YouTube. We don't make the same sorts of videos that we did back then. We don't make as many vlogs and stuff like that. Angie makes all the shorts, particularly her 7 vegan meals. I do these live streams. I try to make a video like every week or so. Doing more music production stuff right now than YouTube. I still like doing this. It's a very important part of my life. But yeah, I'm making sure I keep all my other creative aspects and financial money making opportunities going too. Yeah, I'm a music producer. I kind of ignored that for a few years. So anyway, not ignore. I was still making money as a producer, just not making as much new content as I should have been doing for a while. But anyway, guys, I'm 58 years old. I don't think you're gonna throw your guess out there. Pretty much 58 and a half because my birthday's in July. So yeah, you're looking at here a 58-year-old vegan. I look the same as 10 years ago, except I just cut my hair off basically. Well, thank you, because a lot of people like to come here who are coming in bad faith and only want to say bad things about me because I have an ethical stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. They'll come here and say, you look like you're 70, dude. And I'll pull up a guy that's 70. Really? I look like that dude, right? You're just completely full of crap. No, I know what I look like for me. So thank you so much for being honest. And thank you for being a long time viewer of our channel. And I'm not saying veganism is why I look like, maybe a little younger than a 58-year-old or whatever. I can't say that. I mean, there's so many factors. There's genetic factors, there's lifestyle factors, like, we don't have kids. I know kids kind of can, raising kids, having kids and all that can really age you, and try to keep a low stress life, I'm not a CEO or president. Those kinds of things can really age you too. So there's a lot of factors, and, try to live a healthy life, but none of those things can guarantee that you'll age any better. There's a lot of, it's a lot of luck, a lot of variables. So anyway, guys, yeah, I think I'll let you go early tonight, and I'll try my best to get a video made this weekend for next week before the holiday, and yeah, we'll come back Friday, and I'll see you in 2026. How's that sound, huh? Hey, Fu Man Poo, glad to see you. So let's call it a little short tonight because of the holidays. I should get back out to my wife. We got to get a dinner going, get our Tuscan kale pilaf going. And hey, thanks so much for all your kind super chats tonight, Don and AJ. Very much appreciated. So we will, you want me to come New Year's Eve? I'll consider that, AJ, because I honestly don't have any real plans for New Year's Eve. So, wait, just refresh me guys. What day is New Year's Eve? Is that Wednesday night and New Year's Day is Thursday? Let me know if that's correct or not. I could just check here. Let me close out of this app here. I'm scrolling on my iPad, everyone, what I'm doing here. Where is my calendar? Damn it. Here it is. Okay. Is that right, Uncle? Let me look at the week, month here. Yeah, Wednesday is New Year's Eve. I'll consider it, guys. I'll totally consider it. Get some open up one of our wines here and celebrate New Year's with you. So I'll think about that. I have no idea what we're doing yet. We might go out and eat or something, don't know. But yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. And for sure though, Friday, so I'll see you either right at the turn of the new year or a little bit after that. So thanks for giving the idea, because yeah, I haven't really been thinking too much about how New Year's is going to go down, guys. So, oops, I just closed all my stuff here, guys. 1 second. Okay, there we go, guys. All right, so thanks, AJ. Thanks, Don, for all your super chat tips, and thanks for renewing your membership tonight. Where'd that go? I thought I had a notification about Nikki Tofu Princess. Thanks for renewing your membership into the Happy Fam. Make sure you guys are subscribed and hit like and the notification bell, all that good stuff for all the content I make and all the great content Angie also makes with the YouTube shorts. Thanks for being our friends and supporters all these years. And thank you, Heidi, so much once again for these awesome t-shirts. I will wear one in my next video, be it a live video or me talking about some dumbass saying dumb stuff about veganism. I'll wear one of these shirts next time for sure. So thank you. This one might be hard, huh? No, I just wonder if people, they might not get the joke, huh? Because I don't sit in a way where you can see the pot. This is really more of a walking around in the world shirt. But this one, the message is up nice and high. Everyone can see it. So this one I will definitely be wearing a lot on the show. So thank you so much, Heidi. Much appreciated. You guys are totally awesome. Seriously, guys. Thanks for being there with me, being here with me every Friday. I really appreciate your guys' friendship and support. I can't say that enough. And thank you, Uncle and Peter, for also being friends and moderators too, and kicking off all the bad people who didn't show up again tonight. So cool. Maybe they're doing something with Christmas stuff. Anyway, all right, guys, thank you so much. I will see you all soon. And remember, it doesn't suck being vegan. Bye, guys.